What's up? I'm back at it in nature, as always, because this is where I get my divine downloads the fastest. The best way is nature. Nature is the way. I just wanted to talk about the corona situation and the masks because I just came from the bank and I had to get my MasterCard limit increased because I was over my limit and I needed to spend more because I had to buy some shit. And yeah, the whole time I was sitting there, I had an appointment and I was talking to the lady who was on the other side of the plastic glass and she wasn't wearing any mask. And I was wondering, could I really take this off right now? But I didn't because subconsciously I was fearful of judgment, I guess. So I didn't. And then after the appointment, I got out and I passed all the other rooms where people had appointments, and none of the customers were also wearing their masks. I was the only one. And I was like, bruh, I work in a store 5 days out of the week and I'm just so used to wearing this mask. I always have to wear it. And I got subconscious fears now of taking it off because in the past I've been threatened to get fired 2 times, and purely because I didn't wear my fucking mask. And that's subconscious fear, bro. That's so toxic. That's in the beginning. It was all fine. I was myself at work. I was totally 100% myself. But then, since the corona came, since COVID came, we all had to wear a mask, and I didn't want to. And then they threatened to fire me. And then I did wear it, but I just wore it like up to here under my nose. And then a customer made a complaint about me because I didn't wear it over my nose. And then, bro, they threatened to fire me. And I don't know why, but I was just low in consciousness at the time and very attached to my job and my money. And I had a shock. I was in shock back then. Like, I was like, bro, you're willing to fire me over this mask? That's crazy. And I was really subconsciously terrified every single minute of the day for weeks. It was really traumatizing, to be honest. And I'm still traumatized by it, subconsciously. And yeah, then in the future, there were other complaints about me. And then all of a sudden, because a couple months passed, they didn't care anymore. They didn't want to fire me. I don't know why, but the COVID cases and deaths are the same, if not worse, in Belgium. And it doesn't matter apparently anymore. I can wear my mask however the fuck I want now, which is crazy. They were willing to fire me for it, and now it's okay. Like, what? But yeah, it doesn't matter. I just know, I don't know how, I don't know why. I just know it was for a higher purpose. I learned some karmic lessons from it. And yeah, I just trust in the divine will, man. I just know it was for a good purpose, a good reason. Let me get on this good old tree right here. That's my boy. And yeah, back at the bank, I was just so subconsciously terrified to take it off because I was afraid of judgment. And really, I swear to God, this mask and the whole situation fucked me up mentally. Ever since the moment I got threatened to fight, and I've never told anyone this before, I've been really afraid of judgment. And where there's a lot of people, I'm literally afraid to take my mask off because I don't even know why. I'm just afraid to take it off. I'm afraid of judgment, which is hella weird, but that's how it is, and gotta get over it for sure. But I just wanted to share this with y'all, because yeah, it's really fucked up. It is really fucked up, and it didn't help any better. If that's the right sentence. It didn't help it at all that like a couple weeks before they threatened to fire me, I had a bad trip on mushrooms. I don't take mushrooms all too often, but since that trip, which was my last trip, it's been about 8 months, I guess, like more than half a year. And yeah, I think I was just afraid to try mushrooms ever again because of that bad trip. And because of that trip, I've been more insecure. For weeks, I was unable to talk to people. I was really socially awkward. Even though I was still working at a store, it was so socially awkward and I was afraid of judgment. And then they threatened to fire me. As within, so without, I was vibrating on that level, and I attracted situations where they wanted to fire me and where they judged me. So what you give is what you get. And yeah, that made it so much worse. And ever since that moment, I've been having trouble looking people in the eye as well. And it's been hard, man. It's been a hard journey. Really hard. I got a lot of subconscious fears right now, which I gotta go through. And I feel really called to go to the Amazon and do some shamanic healing, like ayahuasca, even though I've done it before. That was before the bad trip. I want to do ayahuasca again, iboga, and the toad. If you've never heard about it, it's the Colorado River toad, or the Bufo alvario or something. Bufo alvario. It's like this toad which has toxins, and if you breathe them in, bro, you're gone. Like, you have instant ego death. Your biggest fears just come before your eyes instantly, and you just have to learn to deal with them. And you're a changed person when you come out of it. And I just feel so called to do it. So one day I'm gonna do it, hopefully really soon. But yeah, as of now, I gotta do the mushrooms again, just to see if that helps anything. Oh yeah, and another thing, when I had that bad trip, I did a double dose for that very first time, and there were just bad influences around. And in the beginning, it was a very good trip, very funny, very good vibes. But then 2 demonic spirits, I would say, came in, and they fucked the whole shit up, bruh. Like, they fucked up my shit for real. And I've never been the same person since. But it's cool, it's okay, because I grew a lot spiritually since then. Like, a lot. I grew in every single way possible. And yeah, it's been really hard. Like, don't fuck with psychedelics. These are really, really powerful tools for healing. And if you take it in with a bad intention, or in bad circumstances, with bad friends around, it's not gonna end up very well. People have killed themselves before because of this, and I'm never gonna kill myself. I just know it in my core that I do not want that, because that's not cool. It's not good. But yeah, there have been times where I really didn't see the vision anymore, where I didn't see the point of living. But I just know in my deepest core that I have a purpose here on earth, and there's no easy way out. That's not the way out. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Maybe people can relate. Maybe this can help people. I don't know. But I will definitely be sharing a lot of other stories about psychedelics, my stories, on this channel, especially in the future when I have done the ayahuasca and iboga and the toad. Maybe I'll film my experiences, who knows. But for now, this is it, man. That was my story about the mask and the mushrooms and how they fucked me up. But even though it seems bad, it's a blessing in disguise because I grew spiritually a lot. I grew a shit ton. And since the mushrooms, I have this intense, amazing awe and love for nature. Like, I have so much respect for nature, and I look at it in a different way. Like the last trip before the bad trip was also on mushrooms in this same forest, and the sun was shining. It was the most beautiful day ever. I had some moments that I couldn't stop laughing. I felt like I was possessed by a demon, by the laughing demon, and I just couldn't stop, bro. And the rest of the day, I was in love with nature. Like, I saw details so much deeper, and it was just beautiful. I was one with nature, and that was a very, very beautiful experience. So I thought, well, let me try 2 doses of that. And it started out good, but it didn't end up very well, which was because of the external bad influences. But soon I'll be trying it again. This time, for the very first time, totally by myself, with no one, absolutely no one around, so that I can let no one affect me or my internal state. They always say you gotta have someone around if something goes wrong, but I feel like I've had enough experience to just try it out alone. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna let y'all know how it worked out. Okay? Let's get it.